It's been cool. Sports analyst and host of BC60. Today we're interviewing Gretchen, the gnarly puppeteer and director of DramaWorks. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me. Woohoo!
No problem. I'm excited for our conversation ahead. I appreciate you taking the time at your busy schedule to join me.
I'm gonna get my puppet too, so I'm ready.
Awesome. I have a few questions for you.
Awesome.
What first got you interested in puppetry?
Well, I always loved the Muppets growing up. I grew up with Sesame Street. I grew up with Muppet Show and the Muppet movies. And then when I went to school, I was doing theater and I was doing art, like three-dimensional sculptures. And so I just put the two together, and it seemed like a total easy fit. I loved it, making my art come to life and moving it around, to make theater shows.
Gnarly. What got me first interested in looking at Sesame Street, and I knew I wanted to be a puppeteer.
Nice. Yeah, it's very inspirational.
You've written 20 short stories. Where do your ideas come from?
Oh, that's a good question. Most of our ideas for the company come from we see stories and we think that would be good to tell with puppets. So, there's something in it that's either magical or metaphorical or thematic that would help with the telling of the story with puppets. So that's what we always look at. Why puppets? Why do we want to tell the story with puppets? Right? And then if it's a good answer, then we do it. And we're excited about
Gnarly. It sounds like you're doing awesome.
it.
You directed everything from Shakespeare to original plays. Which
Yep.
one do you enjoy more?
Ooh, that's a good question too. I think I hmm 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 hmm. I think I prefer original plays maybe, but most of what we do is at least a little bit of an adaptation. Like one of my favorite shows we ever did was about Franz Kafka, and it took his stories and brought them to life, but also mixed it with like his life, and it was became a whole new original thing based on pre-existing stories that we put together to make into a new story. So that's always very exciting, taking old stories and adapting them and changing them to make them more interesting and kind of elevate the story that we're trying to tell, if that makes any sense.
Rock on. Puppet Club is awesome. What do you think has made it so successful?
Well, I think I wore my T-shirt for y'all too. So see my Puppet Club, Puppet Club T-shirt. Puppet Club. I think that there are a lot of folks out there who are neurodivergent, who are on the spectrum, who just love puppets. Like I've noticed that. I was something I noticed many, many years ago when I was working with a young man and we went to a puppet festival, and he just started talking about Sesame Street and the Muppets with another individual that he met, and it just was so inspiring. I was like, we need to get some conversations happening. So we started Puppet Club, and it's been really great to see friendships and things form with the people and members of the club. And I also think one thing that made it successful, weirdly, was that it started during COVID. So instead of like struggling to find people who lived in New York to meet up, because of the invention of things like Teams, Google Meet, Zoom, we could meet online, and people could meet from all over the country, all over the world. Um, and that's helped us been really successful because we can meet with people from all over the country, can come together, which is really fun.
Well, I'm on the spectrum and I love puppets.
Yep, definitely. I mean, I can't explain it, but there's a kinship there, right? I think so.
Right. What's one piece of advice for someone who wants to become a puppeteer?
Hmm. Practice, practice, practice. Make stuff, make content, make shows, right? Go do puppet slams. I don't know if you've heard of a puppet slam. But puppet slams are little performance nights, like a cabaret, where you can go to a theater and try out a new act. It could only be 2 minutes long to like 8 minutes long or so. It's really short. You don't need to worry about doing too much. And that way you can just try out stuff. People are very kind. They're going to applaud and be like, woo, good job. Even if you don't do a great job, they're going to say you did a great job and they're going to applaud for you, and you're going to get the experience of doing it. So that's one thing to do if you want to do live theater. Now, if you want to make content for TV and movies, just keep making videos. Make videos, make videos, make videos. Start your own YouTube, channel. Put your videos on there. I know a lot of our Puppet Club members have very successful YouTube channels, and they just keep putting stuff out and practicing.
Thank you for the advice.
No problem.
And I interviewed the famous puppeteer, Raymond Carr.
Oh, yeah, Raymond Carr? That's great. I love him.
Yes.
I've never met him myself, but
And what's one mistake to avoid?
Ooh, one mistake to avoid. Well, I was going to say not to just go for it. Like you shouldn't be shy. You don't want to overstep, especially when like meeting someone maybe famous or someone who might be able to give you a job. You don't want to overstep and be too much because you might, rub somebody the wrong way. But you also should not be shy. You need to like put yourself out there and go for it. So if you meet someone, maybe you have a business card that has your YouTube channel on it. You can give it to them, say, hey, please, subscribe to my channel and check it out, because they might like what you do, and then they might reach out to you or whatever. So just go for it. Don't be scared, I guess.
Thank you. And how do I become a member of Drama of Works?
Well, so you could become a member of the Puppet Club. We have like an application. It's not really like we're, judging you. It's not really an application in that sense, but it's just to get your information and to learn a little bit about you. And then we'll get you on the email list and you can start coming to our Zooms. That's easy peasy. That would be at dramaofworks.com/puppet club. So it's right there on our website. And anyone out there who's interested, please check it out, who's listening. And as far as becoming a member of the company, you can talk to us about being an intern or a volunteer. We have a studio in Brooklyn where we make all of our puppets and do some rehearsals and stuff. So if we think it's a good fit, you could come hang out and work on making puppets or being in one of the shows. If we think it's going to work out for that, we're always open to new folks and new blood in the company.
Thank you for that. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me for an interview. It was a pleasure to speak with you, hear your insights, your stories, and perspective are inspiring. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to learn from you.
Thank you so much.
Come back again soon.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Rock on. That's the end of the show. See you soon, everyone.